Hey guys, it's your girl Lady Nine here today with another episode of Pretty Minds. I have a special guest here today, Miss Leatrice Woody, and we are so delighted to have her. Let's start by introducing her. How you doing, lady?
Hello, love. Pretty good. Glad to be here.
Yes, indeed. We got you all the way from the Windy City down here to Tampa Bay area. So,
Much better weather. Thank you. Thank
sure.
you. Okay.
You're welcome. Ain't nothing like changing the weather.
Nothing, man.
Okay. So, how you been enjoying your trip? How you feeling?
Wow, great. The trip was amazing. Went to Miami, looked at the sunrise by the beach. It was just so beautiful. The breeze, the weather, the people, everything. The food, amazing.
That's what they eat.
What? I want that food. Okay.
All right, so we all know that you are an amazing entrepreneur. You have done so much to help the people, from the police side of things, as a cosmetologist, now as an author, and we want to know some of the backstory. So we know like your products, the Buff and Go, buffandgo.com, y'all. We know all about those things. But who is Leatrice Woody? Who is this lady we keep hearing about? Where are you from? Tell us a little bit about how you grew up.
Wow. I am from Chicago on the west side, of course. West side is the best side. And I grew up, Washington projects with my granny and her family. It was just an amazing time. I didn't know that we were even in the projects, to be honest. Okay. I thought we was rich. Because we had good food. Everybody liked everybody. Helped everybody. Back then, that's when it took a child. It took a village to raise a child.
So it must have been the 70s.
Man, okay. 1970, like 7.
Because by the 80s, it was all over.
It was a wrap, huh? Yeah, back then, you do something wrong, the neighbor got you. Then your uncle, your grandma. So, I know y'all see that as child abuse right now, but I turned out all right.
It worked somewhere along the way, right? All right. So I know that you became a police officer, but let's back up a little bit. How did you become an entrepreneur and a cosmetologist?
Wow, beauty was my first love. Before I became a police officer. But before then, entrepreneurship, I think, just was in my blood. At 9 years old, I seen the guys on the basketball court, and I was like, Mom, Granny, they look hot. They look like they're thirsty. And can we sell snowballs and icy cups and pop and water? And she was like, if you do it all, you can have it all.
That's right.
And so she allowed me to open up a little candy store at 9 years old. I had to go get the product. I had to keep inventory. You know what I'm saying? I had to sell it, restock, all that. So it was just an amazing time. So from there, salons and spas and, boutiques and grocery stores, you name it, I done tried.
Grocery store?
I did.
What was that like?
I love that little grocery store. L&B Foods, Love and Blessings. See, I was with Love and Blessings. I was with that back then.
So it just came full circle for
you.
Huh?
And plus it was Latrice and Barbara, one of my godmothers. So
okay.
it
had a double.
Yes.
Okay.
And it was across the street from the school. And so I try to open up and get the kids, let them get their candy and chips. Then it dawned on me after the teacher came and said, I love this store. We need this in the neighborhood, but can you open like at 10?
Because you sending the kids on the school on candy.
I felt so bad. Oh my God, I felt so bad. So I was like, no problem, for sure.
I'm sure the teacher was just like, please.
She said they jumping up. She can't control them. I said, oh, I feel so bad, like it was my fault. So probably they first couple of, weeks in school, it was my fault. They got a bad grade. But after then, that was all on them.
Okay, what you say after that? You change your hours?
Okay.
All right, at least you thought about it.
I did.
Save the teeth.
Yes.
All right, so now we became an entrepreneur. We've done these things. And then what made you decide to retire? I know there's a lot of things that, you lived through and experienced as a police officer. But, what made you say, all right, I'm done with this and I'm going back to being my own boss?
Wow. All while I was a police officer, I was running my own business.
So it never stopped.
So it never really stopped, it's in your blood. I really got to do my Ancestry.com and find out if my great grandfather was a business owner or my grandma, great grandma. And I'm going to find out they probably was running some things back then. So I'm gonna have to look into that.
You
But
keep me posted.
I'm gonna keep you posted for sure. But definitely, um, it was a lot of civil unrest going on. But after the civil unrest, I decided, you know what? I said I would always just do 20, and I would be out because you know what I'm saying. That was just the goal. I couldn't believe I really had a police job for 21 years.
Wow.
Because I came from the beauty industry,
Okay.
a licensed nail technician and instructor under the cosmetology umbrella, and it was amazing. I love being a police officer. I love being out there helping the other officers, helping the community. It was beautiful, but it was time. After you can do 20 years and 50 years old, you can retire.
Okay.
And so that the belt and the duty belt and the vest. It can take a toll on them hips and knees.
What you say? I want to wear designer vests now. Understandable.
So great time, but yeah, retired at 51.
Okay. Right. So what do you see yourself doing with these next? I would just say the next 5 years. Like that's a great transition to go from like cosmetology and then go into law enforcement. But like you said, you always had those entrepreneurial interests and you kept them going. But like, what's next?
Wow. So I got a lot going on. I'm supposed to be retired and traveling the world, but instead, I came across a new love and a new passion, and that is starting the Not Without Love Foundation, a non-for-profit organization, to help bridge the gap between law enforcement officers and the community, and just so we know we are all in this together. Just like back then, it took a village. It takes all of us, to get this thing right, to do it right, and to make it work. And so I'm really happy about that. So the Not Without Love Foundation, and then I wind up writing a book, of course, Not Without Love: 7 Tasks to Check Off. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. So being able to take some of the proceeds from the book and add it to the foundation so that we can, help bridge that gap, by doing Not Without Love activities, just doing some scenarios, officers with with civilians, road crossing. You're going to play like you the police and they're going to play like they the civilian, and see how you would manage this or deal with this, and see if it's as easy as you think it is,
right?
And so for the next 3 to 5 years, just making sure that the foundation get the exposure it needs, get the funding that it needs, and so we can go from city to city, tag teaming it. You're spreading the love. Not without love will you do anything successfully. And so I'm excited about being able to still spread the love,
So the message of leading with love, not without love, it really resonates. I think that as a community, as a society, as a world right now, we all need that kind of message. If you just treat everybody with love and some sense of kindness, I think that it changes every interaction, because if you're leading from your heart, you won't have so much room for disagreements, misunderstandings, things like that. So I totally agree. That's
for sure.
Very impactful.
And I think that's what we're missing in the world today is love. And I think if we go back to that, looking out for one another, not just your neighbor that's next door to you, or somebody down the street from you, somebody in another city, they're all your neighbors, And you're right, you can't do it without love. I don't know how they're doing it without. I love everybody. I'm gonna forgive you. I'm gonna be good to you. God sees you. Everything that you're doing, and so just forgive people and keep it moving. I mean, don't take nothing to heart. People dealing with a lot. If it's finances, if it's health issues, if it's relationships issue, if it's trying to find out who they are issues. So it's like, don't take it to heart when people doing their thing.
Have a little bit of grace.
You gotta have a little grace for them.
Yeah. All right. I like that message.
Mm-hmm.
So, who keeps you together? You are wearing a lot of hats. You're always managing something, busy. How do you keep it all together? What do you like? Do you have a team? Who's at home?
I have an amazing team and an amazing honey. That encourages me and keeps me motivated and keeps me on my toes. But having a great team, you can't do all of these things. Being an author, running a foundation without an amazing team. So I want to give a shout out to my team, Neil and Stefan, the Beacon Project, Next Level Coaching. I got what?
Yes, this girl here.
Lady Nye in the building.
What?
When I tell you this woman here is amazing, I couldn't do a lot of the things without her. I'm talking about she manages it all. I mean, I don't know what to call it. Is she the PR person? Is she the manager of the whole team? Is she this? Is she that? But the bottom line is, becoming all things pretty. You need to check her out. If you need to get your business to the next level, hit her up.
Thank you. I appreciate that, especially because I enjoy working with you. You know, your project has really been amazing. You being so multifaceted allows us to work in different genres, different industries, and some of it is crosses each other. But then some things are so unique. It's like, okay, finding innovative ways to be able to keep the momentum going, and how do we market this? What are we working towards? But it's been a pleasure working with you, and then being able to watch your process as well. So yes, well, no, thank you.
So, Lady Now, I'm gonna play the interviewer.
Tell me, you'll see this.
Tell me about becoming all things pretty. What does it encompass?
Well, I am a lifestyle and image consultant, and that allows me to match your transformation from where you are to the journey of where you're going. Whether that's how you look, how your business presents to the world, your public image, whether that's media or transitioning the way you speak, the way you walk, what you drive, and how your business perception is perceived by your clients, and by the demographics that you put before you. Everyone has a goal, and sometimes we reach a glass ceiling, and we don't know what that next level is. So when it's time to go to that next level, that's the coaching, that's the impact that we want to make. We want to be able to affect other people and make their dreams come true.
Wow. So tell me, how did you get into this business?
It was a fluke, honestly.
Wow.
Now this the last question, okay? She's trying to get me, but it was a fluke actually. I turned a flaw of mine into a business. I hated the day-to-day mundane task of wake up, do the same thing, go to the same job, put the same information in the computer. It was boring. So
Right, okay.
I love the beginning of things. I'm excited by like the startup. When somebody's eyes are lighting up because they just had this idea, or they came up with this invention, or they want to accomplish something but they might not know how.
Wow.
Resources, information, knowledge, I love to learn. So it was a place for me to take all of that seemingly useless knowledge and be able to apply it across the board to so many different industries. And it allowed me to take my net worth of people and pair that with the information. So I trade in the commodities of information, resources, and relationships.
And when I tell you, it ain't nothing she can't find out, and nothing this brain does not remember. So I just want to let you know, when you see me dressed, she picked these outfits out. So, give her the shout out, give her the accolades, give her the...
I appreciate that. She done came and hijacked my podcast, y'all. Do you see this? Do you see this? So yeah, so we spoke about the honey, and I love that you call him honey.
That's my
Okay,
honey.
that's so cute. And the butter that up, put a little bit of tea, honey go with everything.
My honey, yeah, he sing the blues, he doing the live, play the guitar, that kind of thing.
Okay. So what's your passions outside of work? And I mean, I know I can tell that making money is your passion, chasing a bag, but like, what do we do for fun? How do you unwind?
Oh wow, when you said unwinding, how do I? You know what? I love beautiful sceneries. If I can go somewhere and just look at the water, or if I can be on the boat, taking me a little, cruise on the, little yacht. Can I get a yacht? I'm a
Yacht club.
Going on that yacht,
Club.
going on that yacht. Can I be over in Europe, just sitting on the boat and looking at the beautiful surroundings, eating amazing food? I think that's one of my.
So the five senses.
Please.
You want to see it, taste it, smell it, hear it.
Yes, all of the above. I do.
Okay.
That's exciting.
I'm mad at that. Okay.
The water is where I think God live on that water. I feel like, man, His presence is so
You
strong.
see where I live now.
Yes,
I love it in Florida because at all times you can get to some water.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You can always get to water, and there's a sense of serenity there for me. So
I love it. So yeah, if I can get that, that's my thing. And reading a book, can I just read a book? Because I feel guilty, sitting down reading, because it's always something I need to be doing. So I'm like, I just want to get up early. I'm gonna read and meditate, and that, before the sun come up really good, you can get your study in good.
Yeah. You can't be mad at that. I think that if you start your day off with intention and you know the pace, like, okay, if I do these things and I'm intentional what I'm putting into me, the things that will come out will also be intentional too.
Exactly.
So I'm big on that. I wake up, do my morning little devotions, read my little verses. It was like on the Bible app, it gives you like a little video too. Yeah, okay, so you know the little daily thing. So right, I try
to friend you on that.
All right, we can get and we get badges for sharing. Share your Bible app, y'all.
Share your Bible app. You need that. Start of your day.
Or the Quran app, whatever app you use. Share it. You get badges.
Yes.
However, on there, I like it because I try to make that my first conversation in the morning before I talk to other people. And I generally do pretty good, and because it like gives you that streak and make you keep up with it. So I'm not against that. I like it.
That's right. You know, like you say, you read the word, then you go into meditation, just you and God. So I'm closing my eyes after I read the word, and just giving him his time and his praise. Talk to me, I'm talking back. So yeah, definitely you want to do that early in the morning.
Okay. So let me tell y'all, we were in Sarasota yesterday.
Woo!
Where I won't drop all of the tea, but this lady just did some major with the city of Sarasota. That's all I say.
Woo!
Stay tuned for the rest. However, we were at lunch at O'Leary's on the water. As we were sitting, people were literally coming up to this lady asking to take pictures with her as we tried to walk through the courtyard passageway. Like, I mean, maybe it wasn't Beyonce, but we definitely was giving Sierra yesterday. Okay?
Yes.
And they were coming through. Like, they wanted pictures. They wanted to talk. They wanted to know where we were from, who she was, why we were there. And it was just like, okay.
We're just here for lunch.
We're just chilling. So I just want to know, like, what is that magnetic thing that makes people just keep coming back to you? I know it's worked on me because y'all see she just hijacked my podcast, right? She's good at this love thing. And I'm just like, it's crazy. What do you think it is? What's the secret?
Man, I think it's just God's grace and mercy on my life. I'm just so excited about it. And it's just being genuine, loving people, it's an aura. It's you've been authentic, and people get that. I ain't gotta try hard. When I walk up to you and I tell you I love you, and I wave and smile at you, it's sincere.
Genuinely, guys, like it's a man running down the street just mind his business. She's like, "You're doing a good job there, sir. Keep running, keep it up." A lady walk across the street, she be like, "Oh, you such a good mother. Look at you. Look what God said today. I love you. I love you too, sir." And people just respond back, and they're like, "I don't know you, but okay, I love you too." So I guess like she really does prove that if you love people and you show them that, they kind of get caught off guard a little bit. But when they hear it, it's like, "Oh, she said I love you. All right." And sometimes they'll respond back with "I love you" before they think about it, and then you can see them kind of processing it. But it's been amazing to watch that process of you kind of, just back and forth with people. And it's not like today you do it, tomorrow you don't. It's genuinely who you are.
No, I love people. I mean, that's why it was so hard to retire, because you don't see people as much. And, people need that. You just be surprised, just acknowledging somebody and saying hello to them. You don't know what their day was or what they're feeling like, so it's like, what, just love on people. I think they just need some love. And I'm going to spread this love message all over the world. You just need to love one another. And I'm going to hug you. I don't want no handshakes. You know what I'm saying? That's all you need. I think that'll solve all the problems we have in the world.
I think just everybody can use a hug. Everyone can use a hug.
Exactly.
An extra hug.
Give me a hug, Susan. I love you.
Wait. We gotta do it like the Wayans brothers. But yeah, no, I definitely appreciate you, coming in. We've had a good week together. We've been doing some amazing things. We went to Cosmo Group. You got some big things coming up. That's another thing. I'm just gonna drop it a little bit. Buffandgo.com, y'all.
Check it out.
It's a product that you need if you do anything that requires you to travel remotely and do your job as a stylist, a traveling nurse, tattoo artist, tech agent. Like, it's so many ways that you can use this one simple device. And the girls are loving it. Corporate is loving it.
Exactly.
And, I mean, it's just exciting.
I'm really excited about that. And once we, get some more products to go inside of the unit, and so we can have a business in the box kind of thing. I'm excited about it coming with coaching. If you want to be coached on how to run a mobile business, I'm a certified business coach. Man, want to put that out there.
We got all the commercials.
Right. Certified business coach, so can help coach you along the way. But you don't have to be in a brick and mortar anymore. You can take this show on the road. As we know, everything is mobile now.
1099 employees.
Man, and then you got to realize buying the equipment is a tax write-off because it's a business equipment. It's some equipment for your business. Exactly.
So I think that'd be great, and especially for a lot of the younger people coming out of school, it enables them to not be stuck. Because a lot of times you're already working in your industry, you know your skill set, but then you go back to become a professional. And then that sets you up for a year.
Yeah.
But, that can be anywhere from 6 months to a year of your time. And if you only go part-time, it could be 2 years, So I think it definitely puts people in position to hit the ground running and not have such a high barrier for entry.
Yeah. And my thing is the beauty industry is, of course, billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? The industry is. So it's enough for everybody to get in and then really be successful and turn their passion into profit, and make the money that they need to make to support their families and enjoy a wonderful life. So, buffandgold.com. Get the unit now. I come in different colors. Get the units.
Yes. I've used the Buff and Gold myself, so I definitely understand it. And
whether you're a barber, an esthetician, whoever.
You about to tell them all the secrets.
Oh,
like
my
you
fault,
gotta
my
let the
fault.
commercial drop.
Man, I'm letting you know.
The commercial. Commercial, yo.
You see what I'm saying? Get it though.
Yes, right. Right. So, all right. I know that you have a flight to catch, so we gonna wrap it up and get you up out of here. I really appreciate you coming through. You are a very humble, creative, blessed woman. I am humble to know you and to experience the different layers to you. We always talk about the work that you do and the nonprofit and all of those kind of things, but just getting to know Leatrice Woody, LatriceWoody.com.
Check it out.
It's just it's super cool to just to kick it with you and let the world see what I see.
Oh, great! Thank you, sis. That's amazing. I'm excited. It's my pleasure being in your company, Miss Lady Now. It's my pleasure being a part of becoming all things pretty, babe.
Yes, and we love to have you. So this is family right here, y'all.
Family
right here. So
thick as thieves.
Yes.
We ain't gonna steal nothing though.
Yes, no. What my friend said is, you don't have to steal. I will let you borrow mine so you don't become a thief. So I will not steal. We will borrow.
We will borrow.
And we will not become thieves.
Right.
So yeah. So yes. Thank you again. See, we always laughing and having a good time around here.
Can you imagine? You made it this far, go, okay.
Well, you're the police.
Right.
So,
right.
You don't want, it'd be extra bad for you.
No, won't do it. I
just tell them I had a moment of temporary insanity. I was following my example. Just joking. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. We want to thank Miss Leatrice Woody for coming in and speaking with us today. This is another episode of Pretty Minds, and look forward to the next one.
Peace.